Under 14 boys, second round action at the New South Wales Junior State Cup Touch Football Tournament Southern Conference Finals Day. Mike Sheen and Jason Stanton with you this morning from Jubilee Park. And this is a round of 16 match between Penrith and Yass.
Yeah, this is the great thing about finals day here, Mike. Penrith are coming into this game undefeated, very dominant. Probably got one eye on a final this afternoon, but all that counts for nothing as the Yass boys here get a fresh crack at them. Nothing to lose, and see if they can cause an upset here on the stadium.
So Penrith finishing first in Pool A, Yass finishing fourth in Pool B. So this is a second round sudden death knockout match. We kick off the finals format right now with this round of 16 fixture. Yass will go in as the outsiders, but certainly Penrith will have their hands full. An early error there from Yass. They're in the white strip with the black and red. Penrith in their traditional all black or predominantly black strip. And a couple of familiar names famous to the Penrith area. See William Elford, the number 3. I'm sure he'd be related to former Penrith winger Shane Elford. As we see the Panthers coming to the right-hand side, that's Graham Whittle in the 7 from that family, the Graham Whittle family with Dallas in the 18 girls. As they get the turnover there, Yass, they'll take it on their own 7. The number 16 is Sutherland Holiday. He's the big number 16 in getting into dummy half. Now they're rolling to the right-hand side, the Bulls.
Yeah, nice defence there by Yass. This is one of the bigger divisions, Mike. I think there could be 20, maybe 23, 24 teams in the 14s boys. A really strong division. This one's the Yangu Cup.
Yep.
Or the Yangu division, named after one of our greats, Andrew Yangu.
Okay.
That's this division. But yeah, the boys 14's always a strong one.
Yep, we've got 4 pools. Just doing a quick head count, that's 18 and 5 is 23. So 23 teams in the under 14 boys. That is a big number of squads all here in Wagga this weekend and coming from all parts of the state. The 2 pools respectively, Penrith had Milton Ulladulla, Canberra, Leeton, Sapphire Coast. Yass had Temora, Canberra City, plus 3 from the city. Some of the other groups, Griffith, LBM Rangers, Parks, Wagga, Orange, plus all the metro teams, plus Canberra. So plenty of coverage of southern New South Wales in the under 14 boys. Yass flying the flag. We'll call them the adopted local team in this second round sudden death fixture, round of 16. Call it what you like. That's Holiday in the 16 for Yass. The 14 is not on my team list. It was a tough pass for him to hold there, but they've done well to give them possession back deep in their own end.
I like what I'm seeing here from Yass because, as I mentioned, Penrith might be thinking, quarter semi or final at the moment, and Yass has still got a little bit to say about that, and they've definitely had a good start, and Penrith's going to have to definitely go a couple higher levels if they're going to get over the top of Yass, because Yass are here to play.
So this game will play the winner of match 2 in the round of 16, which I'll need to calculate on the run, which I don't know if I'll be able to do, but they'll have an easier quarterfinal draw. They'll play the winner of the match between second in Pool C and third in Pool D. So Penrith would certainly fancy their chances there. I think the draw, the round match 8's the Pool D winner, so they would certainly be fancying their chances at least of getting to the final. Penrith, if they can get through here, I won't say it's an easy run to the finals, but on form they'd certainly be expected to get through. Ryan DeBritt taking it forward for the Panthers. Good run there from him.
And sometimes the form can give a bit of a false indicator if you check in ladders and that, because when you have such a big division, 23 teams, you could have 2 or 3 strong teams all in the same pool.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be a bit deceptive.
As we see a chance for Penrith on the right, but the ball goes to ground. So no score there. We remain scoreless after about 4 minutes in the first half.
There's some of the stronger teams in this division, Mike. There's Orange and Wagga doing well in Pool D. Wollongong always strong in this division. And good to see Sharks and West, 2 of the traditional clubs, doing well in Pool B. So
there's the first try for Penrith. We'll give it to the, looks like the number 7 there, Kingston Graham Withall. But Penrith have their first of the morning. Pardon me, the voice. After 2 full days of touch, the voice is getting a little bit wobbly early in the morning. But we'll soldier on.
Yeah, that one might settle Penrith down a little bit. So let's see whether Yass with a fresh set here, see if they can steal one.
Might spark them into life.
Yeah, for sure.
As we see Yass on the right-hand side. That's a nice ball there for the number 12, Oliver Hodge. Looks like he's one of the younger age group players. Hodge trying to cut through the line. That's the last. It'll be a turnover on the 7. So nice work there from Hodge to at least pin Penrith in that bottom corner away from their box, which is a tactic used by virtually all the clubs in the various age groups. It's one of the things I have picked up this weekend, Jason.
Yeah,
been taking notes.
Yeah, they you won't see it in all the games a touch, but generally. Oh wait, we've got to run here from 37.
Penrith, that's Jackson Fayers.
Fayers, is it? That's a good run there. Yeah, you don't always see it like in all the levels of touch, but in this sort of multi-game per day format where the players often need to be sort of substituting off more often than not, it's a bit of a tactic to put the ball in the opposite corner to make it hard for them to substitute off.
Of course, I've just been reminded on my screen, it is the scoring format for finals has changed. I need to go back to my other page here for my notes. It is a 3-2 scoring system. So it is a 3-2 scoring system for finals.
Yeah, so what that for those that aren't across that, so normally if there's a draw in these knockout games, you would go to a drop off or an overtime scenario, but unless we end up no score, we'll have a result because the first try is worth 3 and all the others worth 2. So
now I think on our last game, I think we might have to correct ourselves based on that because we had it at 1-1. Parks, sorry.
That was a round game.
It was a round game. My apologies. You're
sorry,
right.
Mike. Sorry.
That's all right. Getting ahead of myself there.
Yeah, we didn't want to get Mike off going back to the spreadsheet too early. Too early in the day for that. But yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I actually actually had forgotten that that we go to that 3-2 scoring. So first try's worth 3, all the subsequent ones worth 2, and that means that we'll always have a winner.
I thought I heard it was first 3, then 2. And then everything was 1 after that.
Oh, now you confused me even further.
I could be wrong.
I've probably confused all our listeners now.
Yes, I could be totally wrong there. It's quite possible. Making my debut at the State Cup this weekend, so...
I'm going to go with 3-2 because if I scored second and got 2 and I scored again and it was 3-3, I'd be pretty annoyed if I was up 2-1 in the game. Yes, actually,
I think you'd be right, yeah.
So I'm going to stick with 3-2 for the moment.
That makes a lot more sense.
I think that's the former player coming out of me.
Yeah, we might check we might check that with one of our officials that if we get a chance.
But yeah, so that makes that first try from Penrith even more valuable.
Yes. Got a penalty to Yass here of the attack, so good opportunity for them.
Yeah, just reflecting back on tournaments that have the 3-2 scoring system. There's been quite a few upsets caused by the underdog getting the first try and then putting a bit of pressure and then sometimes the more favoured teams start scoreboard watching a bit.
Yeah.
Thinking, now we need to get 2 to get back in the game.
We need to score twice.
Yeah, so it's actually, there is, sometimes it does throw a bit of a spanner in the works to some of the more favoured teams on finals day.
So, Yass on the attack. That's Logan Collins with it, the number 1. The 6 is Seth Ola. That's him with the ball, Ola. Number 9's Lewis Jones. Ola and Jones working a little combination. A high ball there for the 14. He can't get through. 2 minutes remaining, first half. Penrith 3-0 to the good. Only one score made, but they're 3-0 to the good. And the ball was there for Collins, just grabbed at it. Not able to complete the score.
Yeah, so pretty good showing from Yass. They don't seem too overawed by the occasion. Getting through to finals day against the more fancied Penrith opponent. Nice shooting there.
Here's a chance for the Bulls to keep themselves in the hunt. Score before half-time to, we think, put them back to within 1 would be a big bonus for them. A little bit of holdings off. Keepings off. Lewis Jones in the 9. The ball was intended for Jack Ryan, but they get the penalty here. Yass ball on the 7.
Yeah. So what happened there? Even though the ball went to ground, the referee was advising the Penrith players they hadn't hit the line. They were offside, so that's almost like an advantage play.
Playing
for
advantage
Yass.
for them, yeah. So now it's Jones. Touch is made. I think he was in dummy half, so that's an automatic turnover to Penrith. Nice heads-up play by the Panthers there. Got numbers on the outside. That's Logan Primer in the 23 with the big mop of hair. He's going to go into dummy half. It's him again with it. Primer now the 7, Graham Whittle, but an error coming from the Panthers. So Yass keeping themselves in it, approaching half-time. 3-0 the scoreline, only the 1 score. There's the hooter in the background for half-time. That's the break in this second round of 16 under 14 boys match. Penrith 3 lead Yass 0, but only the 1 score to their credit so far. Excuse me. We should thank our sponsors. We'll do that during the day. Hyperactive merchandising with all the official merchandise for the weekend. Budgie Smuggler, ISC, the official apparel partner of New South Wales Touch, and Guzmini Gomez. We've mentioned over the weekend that Andrew and Ned, they're here. They've supplied every participant with a voucher and socks for taking part, and they'll be at Dubbo next weekend for the Northern Conference Finals. And they tell me this is the 5th instalment of the event here in Wagga. Some of the best teams from the state are in attendance. The winners will meet the Northern Conference winners at the state finals at Tempe on March 5 in a best-of-3 series. So the winners of each division will progress to the state finals in a fortnight, and the team from the northwest of Sydney, the Hills Hornets, are the current club champions. The Hornets looking to defend their title.
Yeah, that's something a little bit new with the best-of-3. So that'll provide some unique challenges. I think you win the Southern Conference, you get to have your celebration, and then you got the winner of the Northern Conference waiting for you a couple of weeks' time for a best-of-3.
And I don't know if that gives an advantage to the Southern or the Northern Conference. Southern having the week to celebrate and enjoy the victory, but Northern they know who they're facing in the finals if they get through. So. Bit each way, that one.
Yeah, well, I think normally back in the day, you'd probably want to win the Southern. Like you want to probably win ahead of time so you can watch the other team. But
well, that's what I'm thinking. Do you want to watch
TV now, mate? You can watch it.
That's what I'm thinking. Do you want to watch? Do you want to sit back and watch the other teams go at it, or do you want to know who you're playing before you step out?
Yeah.
6 to 1, half the other, isn't it?
Yeah, but something a bit unique. So I'll be interested to see how that plays out.
As we get ready for the second half of this under 14 boys second round of 16 fixture, call it what you like. As we see an early error there from Yass. And in fact, no, it's going to be a play the ball for Penrith on the last. Penrith down the short side. That's Jackson Fayers for Penrith. Now Kingston Withell giving it on.
Yeah, Penrith look like they're going extra gear here. A speedy start to the half.
No, that was a nice ball out there for the winger. I've been watching the World Club Challenge last night. Result didn't go their way. As we see Yass coming out of their own end. That's Lachlan Brown. Plays it now just short of the 10. Approaching halfway, Yass. The ball was there on the inside for Kobe Walsh. He just couldn't handle it. So 3-0 the scoreline, the one score for Penrith. They score first. It's a 3-2 scoring format. Penrith gets 3 for the first try, 2 for the second, and so on.
Yeah, Penrith would be looking to try and get a couple of quick ones just to take the energy out of the Yass and the Yass team. But see, normally what you try and do when you've got to play 3 or 4 games on finals day is, if you can, you want to get a couple early scores so you can back it off a bit and cruise through the game.
Give yourself a bit of a buffer.
Yeah, you don't want to be using up all your energy in the in your round of 16 game when you know you've got 3 more games to go. So that's probably what Penrith coach has probably tried to remind the boys at half time. Let's stay focused, get a few early tries so we can cruise through. But Yass will obviously be doing the opposite. They'll be trying to scrap and grind and stick in the game as long as they can.
Penrith on the Yass 10, working to our right. That's Yass in the white tops with the black trim and the red numbers. Penrith in their traditional, I say traditional black, and has become the flavour over the last 30-odd years. Or maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 20-odd years. The all-black kit of the Panthers. It's a poor ball out of dummy half. Intended for Lewis Jones, but
still a bit slippery.
That one.
Yeah, still a bit slippery down there. And it was what was good there was to see the Yass team going with Penrith, like having a much faster or a more purposeful set. So I thought that was quite positive.
A little error there from Penrith, so it gives Yass an opportunity. Can they use this chance? Jamison in the cap, that's the number 7. The 9 is Jones. Penalty there for a push against Penrith. So Yass deep in attack on the 7.
Yeah, this is what happens. This is quite common, Mike, in these sorts of sudden death games. Is when the speed, like when the game ramps up and gets a bit more physical, then you start seeing these not square. That's going to be a penalty there.
Yeah, we had a forced sub, Ryan DeBritt.
And I think that could be the second penalty. So this is what happens. The whole intensity of the game goes to the next level. And then we start to see these things like not square, a bit more physical contact in the touch. Let's see whether Yass can get one back here.
They're going to the left-hand side. The dive, I don't think he got there, no. Lewis Jones.
Yeah, definitely the right idea from Yass. Much more enterprise in play.
Certainly had the right idea, but just couldn't execute the way they would have liked. Penrith now coming up towards their own 10-metre line. Working back to the middle of the park. Fresh troops on the field once again. That's Primer in the 23. Good short ball up the middle. They've got numbers to the right-hand side. Latu finds Hardy.
Wow. Number 10 for Yass, Jack Ryan. How did he save that?
So the diving save from Yass on the 7 means they're alive. Still 3-0 the score. We'll need 2 scores to keep them in the hunt.
Yeah, I don't think Penrith would be expecting that sort of resilience from Yass. They had a nice easy 2-on-1 there to get a score, but Jack Ryan had other ideas. I think it was Jack Ryan, unless I've got the wrong sheet in
We'll
front
go
of me.
with that as we see Penrith on the attack once again.
Yeah, it's number 10, yeah.
Jalen
Great
Moran
work.
in the 6. Graham Whittle in the 7. He'll be the midfield general. They wanted a penalty there, Penrith. They didn't get it.
Yeah,
Ezekiel Tuatala in the 27. 29 is Zane Latu. The dive.
Oh, outstanding.
That was Graham Whittle again. So he gets a second.
Yeah, great, well deserved there for Graham Whittle. He's been asking questions throughout the whole game so far, and on that occasion, just too speedy there. The way he came onto it, there wasn't much downtime at all. He had the ball off the deck very quickly, and Yass weren't able to absorb that intensity of attack.
So now Yass with a big task in front of them. 5-0 the scoreline. It's only been 2 tries to Kingston Graham Whittle, but 5-0 the scoreline. So they play it now, Penrith on their own 7, coming out of their own end. We've got 5.25 minutes, still a long time to go in this game. But you get the feeling that Penrith have just got control of this one nicely here at Jubilee Park this morning. Up next, we've got the... need to check to my screen for my list. Next, we've got the under-16 boys quarterfinal between Wests and Parramatta. That's our next match for coverage.
And this is where that 3-2 scoring system puts a bit of pressure on Yass, because they need 3 scores to get the win here rather than 2 and taking it extra time. So,
and it makes it a lot harder for extra time to occur. Makes it a lot harder to get extra time. I think it's almost impossible to end up with extra time. Doing some maths in my head, it would be almost impossible to have extra time in a final. Ball down the short side. Late pass is the call. Penalty to Penrith. Ball was intended for Seth Graham down the left wing. Couldn't quite find him though. They found him, but just...
yeah, possibly a little
now
bit
an error.
Unlucky.
Error from the Panthers. Yes. No, I think he's going to rule it wasn't a roll ball. Yeah, it'll play the ball for Penrith.
It's just a strong D from Yass. When the defensive line on the changeover there, they can obviously roll back and be quite passive, or they can rush up like they were doing there. That's often you'll hear the coaches or players talk about shooting. That's when they rush up in that defensive line.
They really want to shoot out of the line and rush up for a... That ball was very flat there. A few of the spectators here thought that was marginal. Maybe the football gods are with us today. A penalty to Yass. So they'll take the tap here at almost halfway. Yass working to their box. Reinforcements back on. That's Jamison with it in the 7. Good quick play. The ball finds Oliver Hodge in the 12. Hodge once again. Nice ball back on the inside. Seth Ola with it in the 6. They seem to be the midfield generals for the Yass Bulls. The ball goes to ground at the wrong moment. They wanted a penalty though. Referee not obliging.
Yeah, I think the players might have picked up on some of the referees' comms, like some of the Penrith players are offside, but they've still got to run their play and ask questions of the defence.
As we see Penrith coming to the left-hand side, looking to dump to their box. They're looking to get a little bit of action going their way.
Yeah, and Penrith are going to get the result here, Mike, but I think they've got plenty more in them.
Kingston Graham Whittle with a third. That was far too easy from him. So they'll win it 7-0 with 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah. Graham Whittle, he's how about that change of speed, that show and go? You've only got to blink and he'll get through.
Yeah.
He's probably been the difference in this contest today.
Yeah, well, he scored all 3 tries for Penrith, so certainly a difference maker there for the Panthers. So they will progress to the next round. Panthers are through. Yass will bow out in the second round. Looks like we've got some updated... no, I thought we had some updated information coming into our broadcast position, but...
Yeah, the updated information's we're trying to work out when GYG opens in town, so the kids can get it down there with their gift cards.
Yes.
That's the update.
Okay, Logan Collins, it'd be nice to see Yass get one in the final 60 seconds of this one. Up next, Wests and Parramatta, under 16 boys quarterfinal. So now this game does matter, but the quarterfinals, once you reach the quarterfinal stage, it is all on the line.
Yeah. And Yass will take a lot away from this game. They've had a good weekend, got through the finals. Penrith probably a little bit stronger overall, but Yass have definitely performed well, and they'll gain a lot of experience and, of course, have a great time over the weekend, the Yass boys.
Yeah, away from home, only what is it, an hour or two down the highway? Only a couple of hours down the highway from home base.
Oh, look at the
Nice
feet. Look at this.
Step there. That's a
Wow.
lovely run. That was Bronson
Over the
Stokes.
top.
Ball over the top. I think that's full time.
Wow, that was... how good was that run?
That was a great run there from...
Maybe Stokes is getting warmed up for the quarterfinal. We'll see more of that hopefully later today from the young fella.
Penrith recording a convincing 7-0 victory over Yass in the under-14 boys second round fixture.